Big Boy's Neighborhood. It is a pleasure to have this queen back in the neighborhood, man. Megan Thee Stallion in the neighborhood. Meg, how you doing, queen?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing extremely well. You got a nice little setup back there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need to really work on my get down. You know what I'm saying?
I had to get proper for you.
No. I'd highly doubt that. You know what I'm saying? You proper all the time. First off, we got to say just congratulations. Yes, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of hard work. It's been a crazy 2020 for all of us. We going through this pandemic, and then everybody got their own that they have to deal with. So just your this and that, and to be able to have good news and to celebrate. I want to make sure that this is just a celebration. You know what I'm saying? So why the album title Good News?
I felt like I had to name the album Good News because it just felt like 2020 we were getting slapped with bad news back to back. And I had it in my head like, I want to see good news trending. Good news is out. Good news is here. Everybody's listening to good news, you know? So I just felt like, let me bring some positivity to just a dark time right now.
Yeah, and it's great because if you didn't create it, then you weren't going to wait for somebody else to say, hey, man, we need something called good news. We need something called good news.
I got y'all. Good news coming from Megan Thee Stallion.
And you know what I love about that too, Meg, is that we felt like there's been so much great material from you, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm talking about either singles or other projects that is crazy when we say, oh, the album. You know what I'm saying? Like that sounds crazy that we say Megan Thee Stallion, the album, Good News. Is there a difference between when you know this is album mode as opposed to so-called anything else, Megan?
Yeah. So when I was creating all my other songs, I wasn't ready to be married to an album. I was like, okay, this is a project, this is a mixtape, this is an EP.
Right.
Like, I feel like, you know, I'm dating, everybody's getting to know me, like I'm getting to know them, I'm getting to know what they like. But it just felt right. Like as soon as quarantine happened, as soon as the lockdown happened, I was in the living room creating the album, and I'm like, it was like the one. Like this music right here, these feelings that I'm having when I'm going through, this feels like something that is album worthy. This is album time. I'm ready to commit. So.
Megan, how do you block out? Because when you listen to Good News, it doesn't sound dark. You know, we were in some dark moments, and you personally as well. But you know, a pandemic, and then every time we turned on the news, it was something that was going on. Like, how do you have enough of what's going on in the world, but also enough of let me shut this down to give the people what they want?
Like, you already are hearing all the bad news. Like you already are probably in a mood that is a bit more gray. You know, I wanted to put out an album that made you feel yellow. Like I want you to feel happy. Like I want you to think of bright things. I want you to think of better times. Like I want your mood to just instantly go from bad to great. You know? So when I was making these songs, I was like, I want these songs to 2 years from now make people think, damn, this is what I was doing, and movie was playing, and it was great. You know what I'm saying? So
did you get that for yourself? Like you do that for us, but were you able to get that for yourself with the album Good? Oh, that's dope.
When I make music that I like, that I would want to hear. Like I make the songs that put me in a good mood. So I'm like, damn, if this song makes me feel up and it makes me feel like I'm the baddest, I'm the most beautiful, like I know it's gonna touch somebody else in that same way.
How much is it for you to champion, you know, just the look, you know what I'm saying? Champion the positivity, being powerful, you know, because there's a lot of, I don't say women, there's a lot of people that look at Megan Thee Stallion and it's empowering. You know what I'm saying? Like for one, you know, whatever someone may look like, embrace that. You know how powerful you are, embrace that, you know, and then we as people where you could do WAP, but you can also WAP your ass across, you know, the stage and get your diploma, you know, get your degree.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
have a broad palette. Like, don't just limit yourself to one thing. Don't limit yourself to one way of thinking. Don't think that you are limited to one way of appearance. Just whatever you want to do, make sure you do it to the fullest and make sure you're doing it to make you happy and not nobody else. Like all my moves are strictly to like make me feel good. Like I'm doing this because I want to feel good about me. I'm not waking up in the morning trying to figure out how can I please you? How can I please everybody? Like, because I feel like you'll get lost and you forget who you are trying to make everybody else happy. So everything that I do is to make me happy. And it just so happened that when I make myself happy, I'm making other people happy too. So it's like a win-win.
But you know what? It's crazy because we're in a so-called cater to you business. And now when you know, it used to be like, oh, there's a write-up in Billboard. Oh, when rappers wanted 5 mics in the source, you know, and you got critiqued from there. Now when you have these devices, everybody's a critic. Everybody got something to say.
Everything.
Yeah. So how do you keep that clutter out where that doesn't either mess up a day or mess up a vibe, or you take it into the studio with you because there's a so-called expectation?
So like I said, everything that I do is to make myself happy. I'm a human, and sometimes I might see things that really rub me the wrong way, but I always have to remember, like, Megan, you know your heart. These people don't know you.
Right.
This person might have said this to you and it didn't even affect their day. They said all that to you within 10 minutes. Now you packing it around with you for 10 months. Like, you cannot, like, I cannot let anybody's just 1 minute of a comment piss me off for the rest of the month, you know? So
Was that from the giddy up, or did you have to learn that?
No, I had to learn that.
Yeah.
I never really cared what people said about me in general, but just people dehumanize a lot of celebrities, thinking, okay, they're not going to see this, or this shouldn't matter to them, or they shouldn't respond to this. But you have to remember, like, everybody is a human. Like, everybody's a person. Everybody has feelings. So naturally, I'm gonna want to react sometimes, but I do have to refrain myself from going off, because I am in a position where if I start going off on everybody, I'm really gonna want to fight in the world. So like, it's like, okay, just let me remember who I am and what I'm doing this for. And it's not for that one person with that negative comment. It's for the million people with the good comments. So
yes, ma'am.
I learn how to keep it positive.
Is there a pressure with when you do have such a catalog already, when you go in to make a body of music like the album Good News? Is there a pressure that you apply to yourself?
I'm always trying to figure out, how can I be better than Hot Girl Meg? How can I be better than Tina Snow? How can I be better than Megan Thee Stallion? Like, what? I'm trying to beat myself. Like, okay, that project was lit. Okay, now let's beat it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm always in competition with myself, because that's how I feel like I'm gonna grow. Like, you know, iron sharpens iron.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm the iron that's sharpening the iron. So boom.
It's crazy when you think about, you know, the things that you did talk into existence. Because even in the neighborhood, we were talking about it, and Natalia that worked with us, she had played back just the audio of you when it was just like, oh, you know, and it was, just paraphrase it, but you wanted to work with Beyonce. And then you fast forward, the work is with Beyonce. Then now you're on the AMAs, as opposed to, being there or walking the carpet and putting something up in the sky. Now you're performing, you're spotlighted, you're winning. How crazy is that for Megan Thee Stallion, that you've talked a lot of these things into existence?
It's always really crazy to see, but I always make sure I'm working hard to achieve the things that I say I want to do. Like, I'm not just saying it with no power behind it. Like, I'm saying it and I'm meaning it. I'm praying on it. I'm working hard so it can happen. Like, my words are never empty. So I feel like that's why, it actually eventually happens, because a prayer really works. Everybody asks me all the time, like, oh my gosh, like, you manifested this from Beyonce. I'm like, no, y'all don't even understand. That had to be God, because I said I wanted it. I prayed on it, pray. Boom, it just happened, like out the sky blue. You just never know when your prayer gonna get answered, but it's gonna get answered.
And we had a chance to talk while we were on quarantine, not knowing how long it was gonna last or how long it's gonna last. But how is it creating in a mode where there's so much that's going around, and how did you hold up during the pandemic, or how you holding up?
I'm holding up, but it was really crazy for me in the beginning. But I was relieved, because I'm like, oh my gosh, I finally get some time to myself. Because when outside was open, I was doing shows every single day.
Yeah.
I was somewhere, I was in every state every day, I felt like. And I was always surrounded by so many people. And I had a lot going on, like, just mentally too. Like, and I have so many people around me all the time. I never really had a chance to just be by myself and be with Megan. So when quarantine happened, I really got the chance to just, like, okay, I can take a break. I'm relaxed. There's no outside expectation of me. Like I can comfortably write music. Like I can comfortably get as thick as I want to get in this house and eat however many cakes I want to eat. Like quarantine definitely helped me get more comfortable with myself.
Yeah, but and it's crazy too because that's one of those where, you know, you wouldn't have sat down, so-called sat down this long. You know what I'm saying? Like there was no way that Megan Thee Stallion could have sat down. But with the whole world kind of being on, you know, if it's a pause or a slowdown or we had to pivot, then yeah, you know, everybody's going through this. We were just waiting on you to make sure that we do get a good news. You know what I'm saying? So we were putting the pressure on you, you know, but
I'm up. Like even though we in the house and that's opened, you know, things up a little bit because people need people interaction. Like people need to be outside. People need to feel that fresh air. Like that's just a natural human thing to keep your mood right. So I just feel like I'm upset that we can't enjoy, you know, these songs in actual concerts.
Yeah.
And every concert I do is virtual. And I just miss actually being in the face of my hotties, like, cause I miss pulling people on stage and they twerking with me. Like, I miss that energy. Like,
man,
I can't wait to go back outside and do.
When we open up again, it's even gonna still be in our heads, Meg. Like damn, do I want to pull this person up? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. Now, when you go into the album with something like Good News, is how do you record? You know, there's some people that say I got to have a lot of people in the studio. It's got to be shut down. I got to drink. I got to smoke, whatever the thing may be. Do you have that thing or those things?
I have to kick everybody out.
Damn.
It's literally just me and my engineer. I can't even drink for real in the studio. Like I have to be very sober so I can enunciate all my words. Like I need you to hear what I'm saying. Like, so yeah, it's just me and my engineer and everybody gotta get out. I just need it completely silent except for the beat. So
hey,
I'll record.
Do you feel, Megan, that you came with the album? Because I'm going to tell you, like, I didn't listen to the album as far as like, oh, I got to listen to it because I listen. You know what I'm saying? But I catch like, you know, I catch the like, I listen to albums different, like the sample, the stickums, you know, I credit read, but also some of the things that you probably thought that you threw away, just like the ad libs. Like you so powerful. And don't take this the wrong way, but it's also intimidating because when I think it's Sugar Baby, when you say something and then you talk about Homeboy P, and you like, let me see. Like that probably got past somebody else, but any man that be up there talking on their thing, that's something when somebody say, let me see, you like, oh, I'm not ready for this. You know
like, yeah. She talking so much.
Being there fumbling like, oh man, like she done said it.
Well, wait till I get, no.
Hey man, but you know what though too, Megan, what I enjoyed about the album and just you is that you tear down a lot of barriers. You know what I'm saying? And there's always this added pressure of what we expect people to be, even more so ladies. You know what I'm saying? Like a guy could date 15 people in the business. A girl can date 3 and it's like, oh man, look, she all shit like is you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So how do you carry all that on you too when there's all these expectations? Like WAP is a hit record around the world.
Right.
But there's a problem with this hit record. You know what I'm saying? But if we would have came with like Bad, if we had a song called Big Ass Dick, it'd be like, oh man, bad. You know what I'm saying? Oh, right. Big ass dick. But
everybody when you would ate it up.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like how do you not let that get into like either the creative control or even in your mind space?
Oh, I mean, nobody's ever gonna intimidate me into not being Megan Thee Stallion.
Right.
I'm gonna talk about what I want to talk about at the end of the day. I'm me. Honestly, you have a very big choice. You either listen to it or you don't listen to it. It's not hard. Like whatever I'm doing should not affect your day. If you don't like this type of music, you ain't gotta listen to it. Ain't nobody ask you how you felt. Ain't nobody ask you your opinion.
It's not a poll or a questionnaire. You know what I'm saying?
This is hip hop music. Like this is your choice whether you want to open your ears up to this game or not. Like,
hey man, let me tell you.
I ain't asked you to listen.
sitting here as a grown man, I couldn't imagine. My son is 13, right? I can't imagine what I would have done at 13 with a WAP video. You know what I'm saying? Like that not only is it an anthem, but the video is you know what I'm saying? Like you like for one, just WAP Megan Thee Stallion would have been ridiculous. WAP Cardi B would have been ridiculous. Yeah. WAP Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion. And I love how y'all compliment each other. And I love to see where people always trying to put the ladies against each other. I love that camaraderie that we see with you and so many of the ladies, which is beautiful.
Yeah, like what we're gonna win regardless, right?
Yeah, but I see.
We came together, like we won so big. Like it took over. WAP is the song of the summer. WAP is the song of quarantine. Like you're gonna remember WAP when you think back to this period of life. Like you're gonna be jamming that 10 years from now, I feel like.
Hey Megan, can you imagine WAP in the stadiums and the arenas if we weren't on quarantine?
It would be, you would hear that down the street. Like what?
Oh man.
I'm so upset that we cannot perform that right now. But as soon as outside open back up, I know it's gonna go crazy.
Oh yeah, we waiting, and I'm telling you, man, I think when we get out of here, we're gonna be times 10. You know, and even with the album, just the collaborations that you grab upon the album as well. Like when you go into a collaboration, are you thinking just this person, or you know exactly like, okay, no, this person fits this song, and that's the reason why I'm going? Because you and DaBaby seem like y'all got a great working relationship. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, but when you do go after somebody, do you know already like specifically who you want for a specific song?
Yeah, like even if I haven't completely written the song yet, and I'm working with the beat, I'm freestyling with myself. I'm like, damn, such and such sound good on this. Like when I the Freaky Girls with SZA, I called Juicy and I'm like, Juicy, I need you to make me a flip to Freak Like Me. And he's like, bet, that's gonna be fire. So he sent me the beat right back, and I'm writing my verses, and the only woman I could think of on this beat is SZA. Like,
yeah.
Her voice, I knew it was going to complement the beat very well. I knew it was going to complement my voice very well. I knew it was going to be a smash.
And she hit the content. She hit the content right too. She hit, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And how many Juicy got on there?
Oh, I think 3.
Yeah.
That we made way more than that, but I had to, okay, Juicy, we can't have a full album full of Juicy J
right. Yeah.
But you know what? The album would be Lil Juicy J.
Hey Megan, and I'm going to tell you straight up, man, like it's a pleasure to have you in the neighborhood. I know we got limited time as well because it's like Megan Day, you know what I'm saying? But I really thank you for the time, man, and just I know that 2020 was a lot, but with the lot, you showed up, you're smiling, you gave us great music, you know what I'm saying? And all we want from real people, all you want is real people to continue to be happy. Right. And I'm so glad that you're in a happy space, and thank you for your time today.
Well, thank you for having me.
All right, baby girl. And God willing, man, when we get out of here, we'll be able to sit down once again. All righty.
Neighborhood.
Hello, Megan Thee Stallion in the neighborhood, man. Thank you once again. The album is good news. Lord knows we need it. It's Big Boy's Neighborhood.